All right, welcome in, everyone. Josh, you're down in the KC Car Connection Studio. You know, it's my basement. Welcome in. It is now Thursday. Another break is on the side. 24, 25 Tops Heritage. Um, didn't get break two filled yesterday, so we're going to see if we can do it today. I was hoping to go live last night. That was my plan after it didn't sell out, and then I got done with break number one. Got my sorting trays out, and then looked over at my phone real quick, was messing with it, and I saw work had sent me a desperate text. So I went to work, had to, you know, do my part. So didn't end up going live last night. It would have been good to go live last night. I think we probably could have got the last 15 or whatever. I think it was 20 at that time spots sold, but we're gonna try again a little nooner. Again, three of the heritage of 25 and one of the heritage of 24, but the high number. So it's a fun little mix, but it's there on the website. There's a link in the description. What do you guys think so far? 25 heritage. When it first was released, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I like heritage. Obviously, knowing they're going to change a lot of things. Knew they were doing all the chromes. Looked at the real one autographs, but didn't go too much farther into it until closer to the release day was coming. I was like, oh, do I want to go get some at my local spot to put in some breaks? And I was kind of looking at it. I'm like, they're definitely adding more. So like I said, I saying yesterday, I think they're trying to make this a more desirable rip for just the regular person going to a shop, because normally I've been in my card shop when people asked about heritage, and I was like, oh, you're gonna get this. There's not a whole lot in it, but not anymore. There's plenty in it. So yeah, TCP, I think it is fun. I was kind of, yeah, I mean, you get lots of stuff. There's just lots of new parallels. You're gonna get all the new chrome parallels, all the new um, um, blues, the whatever, just the paper, the borders, the blue borders, green borders, what are all the borders, white borders. They had those the last couple years. Also the red borders, they've had those in some of the megas, and they brought those back again. But yeah, I think it's I don't know. I think it's pretty decent for what, especially the price. Again, the auto aspect kind of stinks, I think, for the price. Um, I know they added a lot more parallels and you're getting a lot more hits, but the fact that you're more than likely not getting an autograph from a hobby again, which is normal. It's not, that's how it's been for a long time. 24 Heritage high number kind of changed that, where you're getting lots of autographs out of your hobby boxes compared to, normally, out of a case, you're looking at 3 to 4. I think we're bad at that now. Yeah, I think they could have kept the price a little lower, TCP. I think right now it's on their website for $120 for a hobby. I think the pre-order price was $110, and that's I don't remember what that. There wasn't a pre-order for Heritage High number, but I think when they released it on release day, it was $100, I think, and you couldn't really get any. It was pretty much impossible. A few people snuck through their shroud and got some, but most people didn't. And so then they jumped up. But anyways, if you're interested in the break, there's 15 spots left. I'm gonna be live here for a little bit. I do have to work this afternoon, so I'm gonna go live for a little bit, and we can get it sold. I'll see what the time says, and maybe I can we can get the break done this afternoon. If not, I'll probably go again live late tonight after work and see if when we can complete it and get the break done, just so I can get the cards shipped out to those that've already got the spots. So there are some nice Royals cards in the background by Royals. It's all Bobby Witt, no joke. But yeah, it's all Bobby. There's only been, I want to say, maybe 5 people up on this. At one point, there's lots of Bobbies, lots of Julios. And then I've had some Shoheis and some Trouts. And that actually may be it. Only 4 people have ever made the board. It has to be a PSA 10. That's, yeah. And it's been static with this. Actually, I had my blue Prism from 22 Topps Chrome Platinum just sitting in front of that Bobby for a while. I just finally moved that. But yeah, it's just my Bobby collection. And this is, I mean, not all of them. This is some of my nicer ones. I do have some nice ones not up here, but this is most of mine. Ripped and Hobby Box really enjoyed it, though no big hits. They may have overdone the chromes, though. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I don't know the print run. I'm assuming the print run on the base chromes is going to be pretty high. Normally it's at 1,000 for the base chrome, but it's $9.99 is the typical number. So I think they did more. I don't know what, maybe 2,000, maybe 3,000. Which again, it's still a low number. It's not like there's complete. I doubt there's 30,000 of them or 10,000 even. So I'm assuming it's in low 10,000s. I mean, because there are right now that every card has a chrome. That's why you're getting so many as well. Before it used to be 100 chrome checklist. So 5 chromes per hobby, 20. Yeah, seemed like yeah, and yeah, and when those were serialized too, right? That's why you knew the number 6. I think they did. There's a lot. I don't know. So it'll be interesting to find out what the the blue sparkle, the pink sparkle, what the print run is. Let me see if actually let me put this over here on my main screen, and we'll have. They're not chasing majors. I don't know what they have, but I can share the screen. Let's see. So let's go to the chromes. Obviously, right? So they have all this stuff. So maybe they do. I just haven't looked. I did get a comment on my video not my video, but my live stream when I did my 2 blasters of 25 Heritage. Someone said, "Learn your product before you rip." I'm like, whatever. I was like, I know enough of it, but I don't. Yeah, this is not my job. I do this for fun. That's why I laughed. I mean, I doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm more or less. Someone else said something. Let the man have fun. That's what I'm here for. To have fun. So, anyways, we can go to the estimated print run, I guess, of all this real quick. Short prints, which are the 401 to 500, I believe, is what the numbering is. That's usually what it is. 1 year it was like 1 through 100 or 1 through 99 minus like 82. Or something like that. It was weird. But there's about 19 to 20,000 on the short prints, SPs. So they're not like normal short prints, like, image variations where they're real low print run. But so there's quite a bit. Light purple border, which is from the hangers. 1750. Dark blue, which are the hobby exclusives, are 1150. So, I mean, it's still low numbered, that's pretty low numbered. The yellow borders and the fat packs are about 600. They're saying dark green. And the blasters are 475. Red borders and the megas about 475. The bicentennials, it says calculated print run is 200. We know it's 200 because they're serialized at 200. So, the color of the year, which I have not seen anybody pull one, but you know what? I still haven't watched anybody else open any. That was my plan after my break last night or yesterday afternoon was to, hey, start some sorting, watch some videos, see what else we're finding. Little nuggets of information, but I went to work and I was there. Color of the year though looks pretty cool. I like that design, but it's serialized at a 76. I don't know why they put 75. They did the same thing with the black chrome. They put 75, but those are obviously 76 because it's for the year. Black border we know is 50 and flip stock is 50. But anyways, let's go to the chrome and let's see if they have estimated print runs. Negative. No print runs at all on the silver, burgundy, aqua, pink, or light blue, or refractor. On the refractor, they said 225. That's just a question mark, and it has a note here. Calculated print run indicates much higher volumes. It's only assumed 25 will retain. It's only assumed 25 retain prior certain number of volumes. So that's what this 225 is, and the 699 for the base chrome. But obviously that is not accurate. There's no way there's only 699 with, you said you're getting 6 base chromes, 2 of these refractors per. and then at least one so far per hobby. And two of the boxes I got a blue each, the blue out of 150, and the other one though we got a black and a gold in one box, so you can get two. We did that yesterday. What have you guys all seen? ECP? Yeah, there's plenty left. I'll show you. Yeah, two more. I don't know what if anybody else has bought any. I haven't looked. Yeah, we're down to 13 now. But I'm assuming now you guys have all watched a bunch. I had not any time. I got home late last night. I was tempted to go live, but I was kind of tired. I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed. And woke up this morning, had my hair cut, and then I sorted all the cards from the break last night. I didn't have any time after the break. I was going to not sort all the base cards. I was all the rookie cards, all the inserts. But I ended up sorting out all the cards by team for the 25 Heritage. Mainly because I've noticed so far, the only one I've noticed for the variations is the image. It says image on there. But for the bat flip or the bat reverse thing, which you can easily tell by looking at the back if it's the flipped bat or whatever, because the bat's like upside down and the numbers on the bottom instead of the top. That's easy. But the what are the other variations that I'm thinking of? I haven't looked up the nicknames. I haven't seen any of those. But what's the other variation? Mark, what's going on, my friend? John's in here. Anyways, let me go look. It's right here. Nickname, image, flipped bat, and cartoon variation. There is no verbiage like there normally is for the variations. Here, let me go. The image. This was from last night's break, or yesterday's break. We got the Francisco Lindor image variation, and now it says right here is where it says image. But I have not seen any other notification there besides image. Maybe the nickname says it. I don't know. The flipped bat doesn't say it, and the cartoon variation where this is a different one. So there was no way I was going to know, or even, just to have to go through it. If I by chance pull two of them, I can look to see if it was different. So yeah, John, exactly. So that's why I ended up just sorting out everything, because I didn't want to miss something for somebody, getting a variation. I kind of looked. I will say the code is, I think, different, but the codes I have really good eyes and I can see well. But for these Heritage, it's hard to look at the code. If I sit there, each one I can look. Okay, nope. But it's not real easy to see. It's really hard on these. So, but there is a different code for, I think, the different like the bat flip, so pretty much the ball is down here and the handle's down. It's just like this is just reversed, and the number is down there. So that's real easy to see when I was searching through for the image variation. Because if there wasn't a ball right there, it was, that's obviously but I didn't have any of those. So anyways, so I did end up just sorting out everything, all the vets and everything, and just put them with them, everything. I was like, well, because I didn't want to screw anybody out of a variation, and it was just easier for me to be like, yeah, this is the right thing to do. It took me a little bit more time, but I was like, whatever, it's the right thing to do. So, all right. But, yeah. Let's go back over here. What else were we looking at? So that's, 2,000 print run on that. Actually, I think that's all about 2,000 on the print run. That's what it's saying approximately. So it was 270 on the cartoon, 2,080 on the flipped bat. So they're going to be harder to pull, since there's only, that's right, like the pull rate is much higher, like on this flipped bat variation, because there's only 10 compared to 30, or on the image there's 50. So it's much easier to pull those, even though it's the same print run. I kind of don't like that in a way. I liked how they had one that, like the jersey or the throwback, right? Jersey variation was a much lower print run of them, and they were really hard to get. It was like a crazy one in like 10,000 packs. Says nickname on the back of the card. Okay, thanks, John. I didn't look that up. I was going to. I was, yeah, someone will know. But yeah, and then the nickname. There's only 10 of those, which I'm kind of interested in what they are because I don't know. I'm curious. I didn't go searching them out, but again, harder to hit because there's only 10 of them. You know, so hobby is 1 in 481, so a couple cases. That's where image variation is 1 in 97, so 1 in every 3 to 4 hobby boxes. I kind of wish they would have continued the jersey, variation where they're throwing the throwback or the City Connect. I like those. I think those pretty cool. But they ruined them in 24 Heritage High number with that checklist. So, well, anyways, again, there's spots left on the 458. Yeah, that's why I thought it said it was 458. But when you're looking at the last those, you're just like, it hurts. It was hurting my brain. I tried to. I was like, I did like 20 or 30. I'm like, this is taking way too long. And like, I'm just going to. Before that's when I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sort them all. We're going to get them all to everybody. It was just easier. And honestly, in this, you're not getting a lot of duplicates with 3 boxes. So it's not like, because in regular Heritage High number, like you could get 2 of the same guy in the same box. That was not something unheard of. So in 3 boxes, you were going to get 3 or 4. With this one, only a few people got duplicated in the 2 boxes. So I was like, yeah, even then, actually, it wasn't that bad. You're not getting, tons of duplicates of the same guys over and over. So it worked out. Nick Castellano is artist and Cruz is DC. Okay. They actually are these real names? That's what I want to know. Is like DC, like Cruz really goes by DC? I don't know. And why is Nick Castian? I can't. I'm done. I'm trying to say it. Why is he the artist? Someone tell me. Anyways, well, while we wait to see if we can get this filled, I got a couple blasters to rip. I'm out of 25 Heritage. I did a couple of those. I wish I would have bought a couple more. We got some 24 Heritage High number. I picked these up at. Where did I pick these up at? It was just recent. I picked up these 2. From Barnes and Nobles. That's right, Barnes and Noble. I got these for like 30 something bucks. I had $10 to burn. It was a pretty sweet deal. All right, let's give you back over here. There we go. Roger, Nick. So I think that puts us like 11 or 12. I'm not sure. I haven't looked. But yeah, dude, I like new knife. So just nice. But yeah, I mean, is it perfect, this product? By means, no. But I do like the way they're maybe they can continue to fine tune it maybe. But obviously in Heritage High number last year, well, a few months ago, they made some big changes, and they continued those forward, and they made even more changes, and I really like them. And maybe they can grow on it. Like I'm assuming that those bicentennial, that won't be around next year, right? That wouldn't make sense. But maybe, I don't know why they did the color of the year parallel. Is that what it was called? Yeah, color of the year, where it's numbered. So maybe that will be every year. They continue that, and it'll be. I don't know why the color of what the color of the year was. All ones I've seen are gold looking. But maybe they'll continue that to where there's the chrome, the black chrome will be to the year, and then also this color of the year will be a paper version to the year, something like that. I do kind of wish they would trim down the chrome checklist though. They obviously went from it was always 100. Now they've done it to where everyone gets it. Maybe do half the checklist. You know, maybe, or the top 200 cards we're looking for. I mean, we don't get as many, but I mean, we don't need a Chrome version of everybody, in my opinion. Yeah, so yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, so it has the bicentennial stamp. I think that's kind of what the parallel is, by having that stamp on it. You know, is the parallel, and then there's only 200 of them. So yeah, it's pretty much like having, yeah, kind of is. So in a way, it's kind of like the advanced stat, but I will say this is kind of a cool stamp. It's like the bicentennial stamp from 1776 to 1976, the historical, you know, value of that per se. But yeah, that's all it is. So there's nothing different about it. Whereas compared to where like the, you know, code of the year, there's a border change and it has the year on it. But so I kind of like the bicentennial. We got one chrome. All right, we're down 12 spots. 12 spots again. Spots available on the website. There is the link. Yeah, no joke for sure, and no joke, much easier. So like the archives have always been difficult ever since I got back into ripping cards in 22. The archives every year have been difficult to open. And then for some reason in 24 for 24 high number, they did it the same way, where it's hard to open. So yeah, so like John, that won't be back for next year. Obviously, they'll probably have that in Heritage High number for 25, but they'll get rid of that obviously next year because it wouldn't be a thing. So super, yeah, this is the second. No, this is not the second break. There's still spots available in the second break. I just went live to see if we could get some of the spots sold. If we can get it sold here pretty quick, I probably could get the break in before I go to work. Otherwise, I will plan on going live after work tonight to either continue, you know, get the last spot sold, or just do the break if it's already sold. So, just so you know, yeah, this is just, I just have a couple 24 Heritage High number blasters I'm just ripping for myself while we go over 25 Heritage. I'm talking about it. All right, here we go. Looks like we got a 3 chrome kind of box. 3 chrome and a white. Saw Neo. He went live again today with some more Heritage High number. I think he got an auto. I didn't get to watch it. I was doing some other stuff. Then I saw him post in the group. White, and that's a greenie. That's a greenie. All right. I have not had as good a luck with the 24 Heritage High number point autos as I've had other previous years. Blast now, $6.99. And then also for those that haven't seen much, I did 2 blasters yesterday as well in the morning before the break. And so you get the exclusive pink, which I got 2 per, and then I also got 2 base chromes per. So you get lots of chromes, even in blasters. Lots of chrome. Lots and lots of chrome. Just opened 24 Heritage High number. Hit a mini jazz and a city variant. Lad. What's a city variant? Oh, yeah. So it says Toronto instead of Blue Jays. I gotcha. Yeah. Cool. Nice. I got a chrome. Forget. Who is that? Justin Morneau. And Morneau and Howard. 2006 MVPs. At 225. Cheers. Oh, today? I wonder why. I think they did some of that in here. Like John, he said he got that city variant. They didn't put like a thing saying it's a variant. Or in the past 5 or 6 years, whenever it was they started adding those, all of the variants would have something saying, "Hey, this is a variant." And they decided to not have all of them not have that designator. It's kind of annoying. And Whipson. And I have not had very good luck on the chromes as well for 24 Heritage High Number. And one of the hobbies I did for myself, I did pull the Black Ronnie for the Mets. But besides that, been kind of skunked on my chromes, even base chromes. 12 spots left. Again, about the price, pretty much the price of a blaster. It's kind of, sometimes when I'm building brakes, I try to, get it, a lot of my brakes around that price. Sometimes it's kind of a nice, because you can either go buy yourself a random blaster, or you get a break with, a bunch of hobby product, 4 hobby boxes here. That one opened nice. Trivia time. Justin Morneau is one of 3 Canadians to win MVP. Who are the other 2? I don't know. What other Canadians? Walker and Votto, maybe? Does Freddie count as a Canadian? I don't know. Is he Canadian? Lloyd Pan dropping the challenge. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know who is Canadian. Yes, Larry Walker and Joey Votto. Freeman was born in California, so technically doesn't count. Okay. But you must have lived in Canadian land. Okay. Well done. No joke. For bonus points, what province were they born in? There we go. I think just 1 chrome. Oh no, this is a no chrome kind of box. Uh-oh. You can get these. Normally you at least get 1 chrome. Sometimes you get 3, and every once in a while you do, you'll get one that has none. Maybe that means we got something else in here. Keep the eyes peeled. Kyle. Oh, also, TCP, are you still here? You didn't. I don't think you answered my question. I sent you a message asking, who did you trade for? Was it Trevor Hoffman you traded for? And I know I got the Kyle Manzardos out, but I couldn't remember who it was. Was it Hoffman you were wanting on that trade? At Royals. All day. Jeff Hoffman. Okay. Then I thought I didn't know. I was like, is it Hoffman? So I've had everything's all sorted out, and I'll just go back through. I got the Manzardos out because I knew it was Manzardo, and then I'll need to go back through and get the Hoffmans out. Oh, he's an SP. Okay, yeah. Well, then if he's an SP, I didn't because I pulled all the SPs out, and He was not one of the SPs. But, all right, just looking for the city variations. There's nothing. No chrome in this one. Alright, maybe that means we're going to get that auto. I'm hopeful. No? Not going to work? Come on, kitty cat. Yeah, I need help, but... do this. Try it again. Alright, third time to try. Third time's charm. Third. Alright, come on. No chrome. These mean we get an auto. What's Brent? Alright, not looking good. Joey and Jackson. Wrong Jackson on the white. Alright, well. So that was kind of a letdown of a blaster. First one we got 3 chromes, second one negative. We got Clayton Beater on the high number. Alright guys, well, like I said, I think there's, last I saw, 12 spots left. Don't have a whole lot more time to be able to wait, because if, you know, it doesn't get filled here shortly, I won't be able to do it anyway, so, no city, no cities on there. My team played like the Bad News Bears the last 3 days. Good luck to Heritage. If you're talking about your Dodgers, the Dodgers at what? They started 8-0, and since then, they're sub 500, I believe. At least close to that. They started off hot, and then they've been, I think, sub 500 right since then, because they were 8-0, I believe. Actually, I'm gonna go check through these two, the backs. First box. But yeah, they started off hot, and were they ever going to lose? And then they kind of just meh. Cubs, man, yeah, the Cubs are playing. Yeah, they're going to be the surprise team. And the Orioles, man, they're not looking so hot. Again, it's what, we're 3 weeks in. It's, you know, it's early. But yeah, just the early, you know, season, what's going on, but bullpen and injuries, you know, that's part of baseball. Staying healthy. Like I said, it's a long season. It's right. It's you can't take too much, you know, from this, because some are going to have, you know, a bad stretch over 3 weeks. You know, that's one of the top teams now, have a bad stretch over 3 weeks. Next thing you know, they're sub 500. And Doc, what's up, man? All right. So maybe we'll get one more blaster, just because that blaster kind of is like, eh. I did get George Brett and 24 Royals, which I really like this card. I like the blue and the gold, and it's got, well, Brady on there in a cool hat, but he's no longer a Royal. But he was last year for 24. And for 25 Heritage, Brady Singer is still in a Royals jersey. And, oh my goodness. Curly hair dude. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? I'm going to get a blaster and be right back. Jonathan India. Jonathan India is in his Royals uniform, but Brady Singer is not in his Reds uniform for some reason. They traded. Right? We traded those two players. One is in his new uni, the other one is not. Well, I don't know. All right, guys, again, open the website. A dozen more spots left. It looks like probably we'll try to be doing the break late tonight. So, and it'll be late. Like, I may try to see if I can sneak out of work a little early. We'll see. If so, then maybe it'll be like 10 o'clock. Otherwise, maybe 11 o'clock late. If enough spots sell throughout the day, we can get it done. That way I can get it shipped out tomorrow. Otherwise, who knows when. What's also fine. Well, we got a Chrome. We got a Chrome. Go. What's up, LP? We're just trying to fill the last spot to break 2. Still 12 spots left. It looks like probably we'll do the... Hopefully, I'll try to maybe do the break late tonight. I got work here in a little while. Let's see if we could maybe quickly get the last spot sold, but we have failed in that endeavor. So maybe late tonight. And I'm just ripping some 24 Heritage High number blasters. While we chat, we did talk a little of the 25 Heritage. LP, are you getting any 25 Heritage to rip? It's quite a bit different than previous years, for sure. The blasters, everything, all kinds of chromes and parallels you're getting. Okay, come on. It's auto time. It had not had very many autos for myself from the 24 Heritage High number. Nice. Mason Wynn, nice. Gold chrome. Which ones are... You can say that. Which ones are going to be exclusive to... Or exclusive to hobby? Are there any? I know they have all the different, non-number, different sparkles, but are any of them? No. So none of the, in the past, the black borders have been, kind of where, in years past, gold was the one that was exclusive to hobby. And then I think in this 24 Heritage High number, gold and black were both exclusive to hobby. And this year, you can get everything in every product. Yeah. Chrome autos are hobby exclusive. Okay. But yeah, I was just going to add the base chromes, but that's a very small checklist. Only 10 in that checklist for the chrome autos. Thinking about it, probably try some hangers. Okay, yeah, haven't seen the hangers yet. Upside down. I never paid attention to that photo. Does that bring your kid to work day? That's funny. I never even looked at that photo that closely. That's hilarious. But nice. Congrats, Doc. That's a pretty sweet one. Win. Oh, here we go. Last stack. We got one chrome. We can pull an auto. Dude, MJ, he got sent down. Not a good start to the year. Hope you get it right. I'm a big fan of him, but you know, if you can't do it, you can't do it. So, yeah, that's life. But hopefully he can get maybe it figured out. And he worked on a new swing, a new stance, but he wasn't getting it done. Brian Bello, 699. Man, this guy, I see way too much of this guy on my parallels. Austin Martin. All right, come on, Otto. Shohei. All right, we're gonna continue this auto list streak. I don't think I've pulled a single auto from any of my blasters this year. Unless I pulled the one early on, I don't remember, but. All right, guys. Well, my bring your kid to work day card. So later tonight, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll make a post. We'll see how it sells. Again, 12 more spots. Again, a spot of a blaster. We'll see if we just do a late rip, quick late one. We'll probably be pretty quick with it, and then if we can, we'll get it all shipped out tomorrow. So, well, guys, thanks for coming in. If you could hit the like, if you're new, hit the sub, and until next time, see you.